Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call this meeting to order. The time is 7:30. It is the regular scheduled council meeting for March 27th. Clerk, can you please do a roll call?
Councilwoman Aaron,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Bliss, Councilman Fleming,
Here.
Councilor Rohrbach,
Here.
Councilman Soltis,
Here.
Councilor Wright,
Here.
Mayor Grafstein.
I am here. Can I please get a motion to excuse Mayor Pro Tem Bliss? He did give notice.
Your Honor.
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we excuse Mayor Pro Tem Bob Bliss.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor.
Yes,
Support.
thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. First up this evening, we have the invocation and pledge led by Councilman Soltis. I ask you to stand if you are able.
As we start this council meeting tonight, I ask we recognize our differences. Each of us here serving the residents of Madison Heights do so with our own talents, vision for the city, backgrounds, and occupations. I ask that we appreciate these differences in each other and mobilize them for the good of our community. In our differences, we can think the same thoughts and move together towards a common goal. And our yearning to make Madison Heights a better community is our common bond. Thank you.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. First up, we have approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions this evening? All right, seeing none, we will move on to meeting open to the public. This is the opportunity for the public to speak. Ask that you keep it to 3 minutes and that you address me. Welcome to the podium. Just give your name, address, any affiliation with the city. Open to the public. Yep, please.
Hello, City Council. My name is Matthew Savallo. I am here today to request your consideration to allow me to have my jewelry store property rezoned for a use of a pawn shop. I have been in business for over 13 years, and during this time, I have worked hard to create an establishment that is well respected and serves the community well. However, as my lease is about to expire, I am faced with the possibility of having to leave my current location. This is not something that I am willing to do, especially since my family depends on me financially. I have put my heart and soul into this business, and I believe that it would be a disservice to the community if the location remained empty for a long time. I've had the opportunity to open up across the street inside the Universal Plaza in Warren, as it is approved for a pawn shop. But my business is already established, and I can one day own the building I'm in now. Once I do, I can renovate properly to accommodate a pawn shop business. By converting my jewelry store into a pawn shop, I can continue to serve the community while also expanding my business model to better meet their needs, providing people with the opportunity to exchange items of value temporarily for much-needed funds. These services are particularly important for people who have few options available due to financial hardship. This would also enable me to provide more job opportunities to individuals in the community, which would have a positive impact on the local economy. I would also like to add that I have a great relationship with the city and the community. Therefore, I humbly ask that you consider my request to rezone my jewelry store to allow for a pawn shop. I assure you that I will continue to operate my business with the highest level of integrity, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that the community benefits from this change. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.
And,
Sorry, if you want to finish, you
Well,
still have a minute left.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just advised to come today for the meeting, but should I call you guys back, or I don't know the steps to this, honestly. And when I did speak to Matt, he told me to come in and express your concerns, and then what do I do next? I don't know.
So staff will follow up with you.
Okay, who?
Yeah,
Someone
I
from
will.
staff.
Oh,
Melissa
I
Marsh.
think I spoke
Yeah,
with
we
you.
spoke before.
I think.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak this evening?
Good evening, Lori Geralds, 299 Sonia.
I'm just here with Kevin Wright tonight. We're both on the Madison Heights Citizens United Board, and just really wanted to tell you how much we appreciate the support that the city gives to us for this event. This is our third year. We're hoping it'll be bigger and better. I think it's been really dynamic ever since the very first event that we did. I think it brings a lot to the community and certainly brings a lot of attention to a great event, biggest one in the state, I believe, and brings in a lot of people from around outside of the community as well. So thank you for your support.
Thank you. Anyone else who wishes to speak this evening? All right, seeing none, I'm going to close meeting open to the public, and we're going to move on to the consent agenda. There are 4 items this evening. The police chief, the purchase of radar units, the city manager, the resolution in support of the community project funding grant for city park lights, the LED conversion and post replacement, city council special meeting minutes, and regular city council meeting minutes from March 13th, 2023. Can I please get a motion to approve these 4 items?
Your Honor, I move that council approves the consent agenda as presented.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor, support.
Okay, thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. Next up, we have under reports, Director of Public Services, we have the fee waiver request for Madison Heights Citizens United. Mrs. Marsh?
Nonprofit Madison Heights Citizens United has requested a waiver of all park and pavilion rental fees and temporary business licensing fees for the upcoming Juneteenth celebration to be held this year on Saturday, June the 17th at Civic Center Park. This amounts to $100 for the park rental, including the damage deposit, and $100 for the temporary seasonal business license application, for a total of $200. Staff recommends that fee waiver requests be approved in the ongoing interest of streamlining the process. We recommend that council also consider a motion to empower staff to administratively approve such fee waiver requests from nonprofit organizations in the future.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Marsh. What is the wish of council?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that council approves the fee waiver for the Madison Heights Citizens United Juneteenth celebration for June 17th at Civic Center Park.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor,
Yes.
support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
I just have one point of clarification. So are we going to make 2 motions to allow staff to handle it going forward?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you finish this first motion, and then we'll talk about the second one.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any other discussion? All right. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. It's waived. All right. Then, Mrs. Marsh, would you want us to do a motion this evening, or is this something that we need to come back to?
No, there's no reason to come back to it. It's an administrative policy, but currently we have to come to you to waive fees. But these are very rare. This is the first one we've had in a couple of years. So it's not something staff would be doing on a regular basis, I'm just saying. But you can just make the motion tonight, and
Right.
we'll just implement it tomorrow.
If council wishes to approve this, and if someone wants to make the motion?
Your Honor, I move that council empower staff to administratively approve waiver fees for non-profit organizations for the use of city parks.
Thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor.
Support.
All support.
All right, thank you. Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Your Honor, I'll just say, I think it's the reason for changing this to administrative just makes sense. It's going to take the extra time to put it on the agenda and all this stuff. It just seems like because it's not a giant fee, it's not tons of money that comes in, it's not going to take away our funds from the city. It almost costs more to do this than to just have that go through those administrative process. So I'm good with it, and I trust our city staff to make the good decisions there. I think that the only concern I ever have is if, something gets denied, or if the staff might consider denying for a particular reason, maybe
that comes to us in the future, I don't know, something like that might be reasonable, but, I think administratively, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think as long as they're a legitimate nonprofit, and that they have the regular insurance waivers, and basically, as long as all the boxes are checked, then I don't see why there would be an issue.
Right.
All right, any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Right, motion carries. And then we have from Director of Public Services, the Police Department HVAC replacement, Phase 1.
So the fiscal year 2023 budget included phase funding for the total replacement of the HVAC system at the police department. 4 firms did the pre-bid walkthrough, but we only received one single bid from Denny's Heating and Cooling, who's the city's current HVAC contractor. However, this bid came in at over $900,000, and we have $450,000 in the budget. So we are asking City Council tonight we did work with Denny's to phase out that project, and we're asking Council tonight to approve the first phase of that. So to accept the selected parts from the proposal from Denny's Heating and Cooling to be known as Phase 1 as presented, which includes the 2 options, as well as the project management and alternates for 3, 4, and 5 from the initial bid response, for a total of $496,100. And in order to do that, council will need to do a budget amendment, because our current budget is $450,000, to approve a budget amendment to account 101-301-987-0000 in the amount of $46,100. And that is going to take a supermajority of council, which is 5.
All right, so we're going to need 2 motions then. What is the wish of council?
Your Honor, I move that, well, let me ask a question first for clarity. Do we need to make the budget amendment first? All right.
Yes.
So I move that council approves a budget amendment to account 101-301-987-0000 in the amount of $46,100.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Support.
Thank you. Motion has been made, seconded. Is there any discussion?
Did you say 496,000?
No, I said 46,000. Not 400.
Any other discussion or clarification?
Where is the $46,000 coming from?
It would come from our fund balance currently in the general fund. Hopefully, it'll be offset by energy savings over the years.
Is there any other discussion? All right, we're going to require a supermajority of 5 and 3.
Yes.
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 I vote yes, motion carries. Thank you. And then, is there another motion?
Your Honor. So I move that council accepts the selected parts of the proposal from Denny's Heating and Cooling to be known as Phase 1 as presented, which includes 2 options, as well as the project management and alternate 3, 4, and 5 from the initial bid response, for a total cost of $496,100.
All right, thank you. Is there support?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Support.
Thank you. Motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Motion carries. And that concludes our regular business for this evening, so I invite closing comments, starting with Councilwoman Aaron.
Thank you, Your Honor. I guess since Mayor Pro Tem Bliss is not here, I will do his spiel. This is another reason why. Don't tell him I did that. But I want to say first, happy International Women's Month as we enter into the last week. I want to salute some phenomenal women that I know here on council, within the community, my family. Women, we rock. So it's good. Also, on a more serious note, I just want to send out a prayer to the parents and students over at Covenant School, which over in Nashville, which was another school shooting that happened this morning with 3 adults being murdered and 3 children. As a parent, it hurts my heart to know that the one place our kids should be safe at in school, we worry the most. You cannot even go to work because you're so afraid of what may happen to your children. So when we think about it, something has to be done. And it's not just gun control. It's more serious than that. But we have to do something to protect our babies, to make sure that our children are safe. That is the one call that no parent in this room ever wants to receive, that their child was hurt inside of a school building. That's all I got to say tonight.
Thank you. Counselor Wright?
No comment.
Mr. Sherman?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mrs. Marsh?
No, I've got nothing.
Clerk's office? Nothing this evening. Counselor Rohrbach?
Okay, I will, it's going real fast, y'all. I'm going to echo Councilwoman Aaron's sentiments about the Nashville school shooting. I have family in Nashville, and one of them is a teacher at a private school in Nashville. And when I heard the news today, my stomach just dropped. And that is I am thankful that my family is okay, but that is just the smallest amount of feeling that somebody might get if they have that same thing happening in their school and their family and their children. We recently had a lockdown at some of our schools, and it was not in the school. It was not, they were not in danger. But even that, like the fear that gripped me with my thinking about my children and their safety is overwhelming. So I'm sending my love out to those that are mourning, and I'm urging our legislators to take action. I think that it is an absolute imperative. It's a moral imperative for us to do something about that as a country. It's hard to move on to something else, but I do have to make note of there's a lot of great things happening in our city. I'm really excited for Juneteenth, and I'm excited for some more celebrations that are coming. Those of you that are interested in the 5K run for the city, that's happening in April. All of a sudden, I just realized I didn't write down the date. So April
22nd.
22nd, thank you. April 22nd at our Nature Center at the George Suarez Woods. Just a great event, and so I encourage people to sign up to attend that. The ECC is going to be working together to also have a giveaway and a celebration of Arbor Day that same day. So we're going to do it right there. So if people are leaving their 5K run, they'll be able to get a giveaway and to say, yay, trees. And we'll also be announcing the recipient of the Native Garden Grant that the ECC is giving. So the grant is available for anybody who wants to apply for a grant to help them cultivate their native garden, private property, school property, wherever it is that they're working to do that. They can get the grant application on the Madison Heights website. Just go to the Environmental Citizens Committee page, and there's on the left-hand side, there's a garden grant program link there, and you can apply right online. It's super easy, and we're excited that we're going to be able to give some funding to folks to help improve the selection of native plants in our community and to help grow more native gardens that will benefit our community overall. There's also a plant sale for native plants going on the 28th of May. Anybody who would like to attend to purchase plants for their native gardens, for their homes, that's wonderful. And anybody who wants to participate in the plant sale as a informational booth to give information about whatever it is that you are interested in giving information about that, typically a group of people that are going to be buying plants might be interested in hearing about, please let us know. You can reach out to me. My email is just my name, Emily Rohrbach at madison-heights.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Fleming?
So this last week, it was a pretty busy week this last week. First in the morning on, I think it was Thursday, I attended the PSA Nita's retirement. He gave 20 years of service to our police department, so I congratulate him on his retirement. And also there's openings for dispatch also at the PD now. I also represented our city at the Southeastern Michigan Council of Governments meeting, where I voted for measures to include the SEMCOG budget, the water infrastructure policies, and electing county executives that would represent SEMCOG for Oakland County. And then I went to the city State of the Cities, which was really great, and I really appreciate all the work that the Chamber of Commerce did to put it on, and our city staff and everybody else. And then on Friday, I attended the Memorial Day Spaghetti Dinner fundraiser for the Memorial Day Parade, and I really appreciate everybody who volunteered, came out and supported the parade and fundraising for the parade. The Crime Commission is going to be having, hosting with the police department on April 27th at 6:30 p.m., a speaking event on human trafficking, and that is something I'm looking forward to. It'll be at 6:30 p.m., again, on April 27th. And then finally, talking about mental health and also substance abuse, Oakland County Community Health Network has a telephone number for what's called Access Services. And this number can be called, they answer the phones from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, where you can call and you can get an assessment, and then they'll connect you with resources through the Oakland County Community Health Network. The number is 248-464-6363. And so it's really important that we get the resources connected with people so they can take care of their mental health. That's all I have for tonight.
All right, thank you. Mr. Soltis?
Yeah, first I wasn't going to have anything to say, but I'm glad that you came in to speak. I think we should accommodate your pawn shop. There's really no reason why we shouldn't. Yeah, we should make that accommodation. I mean, if we have going to be 3 marijuana companies in the city, and it's still federally against the law, it's ridiculous to not have a pawn shop for any reason whatsoever. So that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. So my heart also goes out to Nashville, and I can't even go there because I'm probably just going to burst into tears. So there needs to be some kind of change on many levels, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I want to thank everyone who came out over the last couple of weeks to participate in the different city events that we had. We had the DDA hosted the Green Crawl again. There was the parade fundraiser on Friday. They ran out of food, which I took as a really good sign. I think maybe an hour into it, they ran out, which was great. It was just a steady flow of people. There was carry out. I did feel bad for the people who came late, but I didn't get anything. But it was great. Really appreciate everyone who came out and supported that. We had the State of the Cities. The Chamber hosted that. First time they did that in the evening. It was different. But I'm guessing that will be online in the next week or so. That is something that the Chamber did. It's not actually something that the city was doing. So I want to remind everybody that the city offices are going to be closed on April 7th for Good Friday. Our next meeting is going to be, on the 10th. So we've got a few things going on before that. And I just want to wish everybody who celebrates a happy Easter or a happy Passover. Please keep an eye out when you're outside. Weather is getting nicer, more people with dogs, more people with children. So just keep an eye out for people when you're driving or doing whatever. Just keep an eye out for your neighbors. The time is now 7:54, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Good night.
Have your phone number again? I think I have it.